Hello from me, Lazar Hristov. Welcome to the next series of lessons on creating a website from scratch. As you know, we are already working on my third book. Let's look at its cover. Master Techniques in HTML5 and Adaptive and Responsive Design. And this is a continuation of my book, Building a Website from Scratch minus only this is now part the second. Here's the original cover. And let's open the PDF file. Now we continue with the next part of the first chapter. Breakpoints. Breakpoints in English, or control points, is also called this term. We already covered them a little higher in section 1.4.1. But we'll mention them again now, however, because they are related to media queries and serve as a separator between the different layouts. Here's an example with 2 breakpoints. Hold on, let me open it. So, at the 2 breakpoints we have 3 sets of media CSS rules, for desktop computers, for tablets and for mobile phones. We're going to choose the first breakpoint for tablets to be 768 pixels. And here in the diagram you can see very well illustrated minus what is the difference in design. So here, 4 blocks lined up in a line. Here these 4 blocks are in a row, so to speak. Here these 4 blocks are going into 2 columns. Here they are as if they were 4 columns in 2 rows. And here on mobile devices minus each of these blocks goes to a separate row. And it becomes like 1 column with 4 rows. So, this is what the screen of the monitor looks like when it's connected to a desktop. So, here's the code for the layout in the blocks. Here's the HTML file, here's the CSS file. Each block is a separate section and the sections are arranged in 2 blocks, left and right. So you see this structure here, how it's exactly made. And now we're going to write media rules for the tablet layout. To we achieve this layout, here, you can see here how we did it. Here's what it'll look like in the browser, and then we'll write media rules for the layout. On mobile phones. Here. How it's done. Actually, this part here in the media query makes it so that the blocks are now arranged in separate rows, in a single column. Here, you see here this is already done with the width. 100% is set to each block. Like this. I only gave these examples because I think you already understand the logic, and you can add your own control points, breakpoints, wherever and whenever you want. As I said in previous lessons, there can be more control points or less. In extreme cases, we can just divide the site in 2, so to speak, but this is rarely done. Usually these three options are the norm, 2 control points with 3 splits, as I showed here in the original image, for desktop, for tablet, and for mobile. This is the usual split. That's all for this lesson. Best regards.